what were some of those things off the field growing up that maybe were those dark days or kind of hurt that journey a little bit?
I felt like I was a guy that didn't have as much as, my peers and, going in wearing, same clothes the next day and, get joked about it. That was something that probably was affecting my mental to this, to this day that I,
Mhm.
have insecurities on, now. But,
Yeah.
I feel like that helped me, and that helped me like not want to be that guy
Mm.
today. And I feel like that brought me some fuel too.
For you, like at home, did you have brothers, sisters, mom, dad working hard to be able to provide? Like, just take me kind of behind the scenes on family life and because you mentioned something that's very tough that I think is relatable, wearing those same clothes to school and kids. I'm just gonna guess some kids might have said something to you about it, or maybe not having the newest sneakers that other kids got.
Yeah.
How did that affect you, and what kind of was that family life like?
Yeah, I got two brothers and I got one sister. We was pretty tight.
Yeah.
As far as like the jokes, yeah, I got joked about. Kind of hurt me a little bit,
Mhm.
it kind of put me in a shell that, they called me big shoes because, I wore my shoes so long that they started to inflate a little bit, I mean, I run fast, so I feel like that's why my shoes were.
Well, didn't they used to have the pump shoes? What
Yeah,
were
they had
those?
the.
Yeah.
I didn't have the pump shoes, but
You were the original pump shoes, though. Like you
I,
made them your own.
yeah, they pumped up on it. You know what I mean? But,
Sorry.
but yeah, yeah, I feel like that. That what happened. That what it was. Like that's all we knew. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, it's nothing, no bad blood or no harm. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad or I don't look at nobody as being an evil person because we was all young. We didn't really just know right
Yeah.
from wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, and we didn't obviously talk about mental health then, but for you going through that and then seeing football as the way to make it and to get your family maybe out of that situation, be able to provide for them and
Yeah.
take that next step up, not just for you, but for everyone. When did you realize that it was possible? Was there a moment in high school when you started getting recruited? We know you played college football I almost said Ohio State, at Mississippi State. What moment did you know that it was like you were good at this?
I would say when I went to a camp in Oxford, Mississippi for Ole Miss, I was a sophomore that year, and I ended up running a 4.3 40.
Oh,
So to run a
yeah.
4.3 40 is pretty fast.
Yeah.
And they was like, wow, wow, wow. Like everybody was like, he got a shot. And I was like, really didn't know for real until after that year because I was a freshman and it was I really wasn't like a star on the team
Yeah.
or anything. I was like a role player guy. Then at my sophomore year, ended up running 4.3, and then after that, it was a bizarre summer. I ended up moving to Arizona that
Mm.
year after that, and ended up balling out there. Ended up getting I'll say about 12 offers out there, plus the offers that I had from Mississippi,
Yeah.
and I was like a big known guy out in Arizona, and people started to notice, and then I came back to Clarksdale, and I finished out my career there, my high school career there, and then I went to Mississippi State. So it all started the realization started to come about when I ran that 4.3 in my sophomore year.
Yeah, 4.3 is pretty fast. I think was it John Ross had the record at the combine at like 4.3 something. I think maybe 7-8 years ago now, but yeah, that's you're faster than I think 99% of people on the earth.
I'm pretty fast. That's
we
some wheels.
we won't race after this. The yard at the studio isn't big enough for that anyway. For you to get to Mississippi State, I have to imagine there had to be just this sense of pride being able to play so close to home and represent maybe people in the stands that look like you, grew up like you, that love that team. What was that career at Mississippi State like? Did you feel that sense of pride throughout those years?
Most definitely, I felt the pride. Just going in and playing for my state and going in and being a Bulldog, it meant so much to me. It means so much to me to this day. I recently just left there, went out there and, got a couple drills in with the guys, and it felt so great to be back with those guys and being able to see the foundation that we continue to build on, and those guys they are upholding the standard and putting in their work to continue the success.
Mississippi State SEC football, it's a whole different level. I've experienced from reporting on the SEC and LSU in my sports reporting days. But for you, when you have those dreams and you're starting to see it become reality and you get to Mississippi State and you're finding success, you start to dream of the NFL, of course, again, like you did as a kid. And that NFL draft is the pinnacle for kids that want to make it in football. What was your expectation going into the draft? Because not hearing your name called when you have that dream, we talk about mental health or those mental hurdles, the mental game, like that has to be one of the hardest days or weekends of your life because you have this dream and then you don't hear your name called. What was that experience like for you?
I would say this: the whole draft process, I was just locked into myself throughout the whole year. I didn't have an agent. I didn't reach out to no agent. I didn't stress myself on an agent. I just had one goal in mind: make it to the NFL. And I trained my butt off, studied. I made sure I did everything that I could possibly do on my own to make it to that next level. I didn't even watch the NFL draft. My family, they was watching the draft. Everybody was happy. They were like, man, your name might get called. I just stayed away from it, and you know what I'm saying, that helped me with my peace of mind. But I know the work that I put in, I know that I'm going to eventually get a shot.
For you to have that awareness of like, who cares what else is going on, it shows a lot about your mental strength. And look, I've been to so many draft parties and seen reactions and people waiting for hours and days. It can build up. So when you realize that you do go undrafted, you get signed by the Saints, brought in for training camp. What was that call like, that moment like? Did you have an agent at that time? Or
Yeah, I had an agent. I didn't get an agent until after my pro day. So
okay, gotcha.
I went out there and I did what I did. And Rodney Edwards, he ended up calling me, and he was pretty shocked that I didn't have an agent. And but it is what it is. So
yeah.
We ended up connecting, and I'm here now. So you said back in 2018, I got drafted.
Yeah.
I got signed, undrafted.
Yeah.
How was it like?
Yeah, what was it like to get that call and to realize that was actually going to be a reality?
I was like, I got a chance, another opportunity, and I ran with it.
Was there a chip on your shoulder not getting drafted, even though you didn't watch the draft? Like, because you go into camp, there's a first round pick, there's 8 other guys that get picked, there's veterans, like it can be intimidating. Did you have a chip on your shoulder going into camp?
It's always a chip, but I was still happy that the other guys had their opportunity. I don't never feel like I should have had this spot over another person. I'm wherever I am, wherever my feet is, that's where I'm at. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for being where I was. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I just took the opportunity and I ran with it, and I continue to create more success.